Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're filling up here in the Neptune Lounge. We're nearly half full. A very good evening to you all. Good evening. Good evening. Lovely to see you again. I was just here a few minutes ago. It's a night of comedy that we bring to you now here in our Neptune Lounge. So we are, I presume, here coming for a one night. You're all here to have fun, aren't you? 5 of you. That's brilliant. That's Are you all in the mood for a laugh tonight? Yes. Starboard side sounding very good. Port side, you in the mood for a laugh tonight? Yes. Oh. Thank God for that, ladies and gentlemen. We have got one of the funniest men in the business here for your entertainment right now. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please put your hands together and welcome to our Neptune Lounge stage, the wonderful Barnaby.
Hello! Hello! Thanks for coming. Everybody happy? Sorted. You leave your cabin, did you manage to find your way back? It's a bit of a nightmare, isn't it? So is it anybody's first cruise? Yeah. Oh, that's okay then, no problem. Oh, hello. Last time I saw that, we never saw my granddad again. Alright mate, how you doing? You fold your arms, you get no pudding. Ladies and gentlemen, our illustrious cruise director. So get out there and see what they're like for laughs. So we'll try this side first. What do you call a one-legged horse? Clip. Ha! Maybe not. This woman says to her husband, she said, I'm seeing another man. He said, well, rub your eyes. She said, I've got good news and bad news. She said, don't many more bad news. I've had enough today. What's the good news? She said, the airbag in the Volvo works. This is my side. Have you ever noticed that the people that snore always go to sleep first? I saw a girl at the bus stop the other week with a fish in her mouth. I said, what's a nice place like you doing and a girl like that? Please yourself, please, you're not going to get any better. I got stung by a bee the other week. 25 quid for a jar of honey. Forget the clever stuff. Actually, I don't know whether you're going to enjoy this cruise because it's rather a long one. I've just got off one, actually, it was brilliant. We went to Bermuda. Ooh. It was really weird because the guy in the band that played the triangle disappeared. I don't want to come off. But I know you're going to enjoy it. I know it's only one night, but you can have a laugh and a bit of fun, can't you? Have a few drinks. I mean, we haven't had a captain's cocktail, but never mind, it doesn't matter. But the captain is very informative if you want to chat to him. Because a lot of people are extremely worried about the safety things on a ship. Do you know that? Is this on? Well, I found out off the captain today that the lifeboats on this ship can sustain 250 people for 2 weeks with food. Are you impressed? Yes. You won't be, it's 2 sittings. And it is a great ship, this, because there's signs everywhere for everything. Showroom, toilets, all the rest of it. But there's no sign for the engine room. Do you know why? There aren't any. I only found out when we left Southampton, right? I went in the gymnasium and there was an officer on a rowing machine. Every time he stopped, the boat slowed down. Because not all signs mean what they say. Do you know that? No. Right, I'm going to prove my point. I found some signs a while ago, right, and I copied them down. These are actually true. Can I read them to you? Yeah. That's the wrong one. Okay? These are actually true, these. This was in Marks and Spencer's. Toilet out of order, please use floor below. This was in a factory. Would the person who took the step ladders please return them or further steps will be taken? This is my favourite. This was on a shop door. We repair anything. Please knock hard on the door. The bell's broken. They're true then. Well, I hope your cabin's alright. I walked in my cabin today. I haven't been in that one before. I had a look at the wardrobes and I thought, well, there's no veneer in here. But mine... It's up to date. What do you want? But it's true, and the cabin, my cabin's down there actually, walrus deck. I have to walk up 2 floors, say hello to the guys in the engine room. I've got a porthole, which is lovely, and except when the sea's rough, then it looks like it's on fast rinse. It's a washing machine, love, you see. And you know, sometimes you get an announcer to the bridge, don't you, ladies and gentlemen? Like to look over the port side, you will see a school of dolphins. Well, I see them before they get to the surface. They knock on my portal with a flipper, ring the captain, tell him we're on our way up with the phone. But it is a different thing altogether, it's cruising. So it's somebody's first cruise. Anybody been on one before? Yeah. Oh, that's okay then. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself. I know you're not interested, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I am actually from the home of football.
Birmingham.
Accrington. Accrington Stanley. Do you remember them, lads? Yeah. They used to do a lap of honour, they won the toss. When they went to Wembley once, Dick Turpin held the coach up. They used to put the shirts on backwards so they looked like they were attacking. Stick with this side, I think. Actually, we moved a while ago, we moved to Blackpool. We only moved because my dad saw a big sign on the wall that said, "Come to Blackpool, it's good for asthma." I was only there for a week and he got it. He's not a full shilling, my dad. He fixed all the windows in the house once and realised he had a crack in his glasses. He bought us a dog when I was a kid. He got a black and white one because he thought the licence would be cheaper. But it had a strange habit, this dog. When he took it out at night for its constitutional, it used to walk up to a wall, stand on its hind legs, put its front paws against the wall and have a wee. This fellow walked past one night, said to my dad, he said, "That's clever. How long's your dog been doing that?" My dad said, "Since a wall fell on it." Never mind. But he told me about his first day at work, my dad. He went into work and the foreman was sat there with a thermos flask. My dad said, "What's that?" I said, "It's a thermos flask." I said, "What does that do?" He said, "It keeps hot things hot and cold things cold." My dad said, "How does it know?" Following day, went out and bought his own. Went in the next day, the foreman said, "I see you got your own flask." He said, "I certainly have." He said, "What have you got in it?" He said, 2 cups of coffee and an ice cream. He didn't want to join the army, my dad. He thought the best thing to do was fail the medical. He went straight up in the attic and put his grandfather's truss on. He went down for the medical. The doctor said, "Right, drop my trousers." He said, "How long have you been wearing that?" He said, 2.5 years, sir. He said, "Right, nurse, put down on this man's medical report, ME. My dad said, "Medically exempt?" He said, "No, Middle East." My dad said, "How come?" He said, "Well, anyone who can wear one of those for 2.5 years, upside down, can ride a camel." You see, I come from a large family, me, ladies and gentlemen, 27 of us. My dad came in from work one night and he lined all 27 of us up in the kitchen. My mum came in 10 o'clock at night. She was late because she'd been playing bingo for England. My dad said, "We've got 27 children here." She said, "I know that." He said, "Well, this number 6 child looks different to all the rest. Now, come on, has he got a different father?" She said, "Yes." He said, "Who is it?" She said, "You." She was a terrible cook, my mum. She used to make chips with smash. She bought a tin of peas once. On the instructions it said boil separately. 8 flipping hours we waited for them peas, you know that. Thanks, love, I'm glad you came. But we're all a bit plump in my family. I've got a sister, 19 stone. What is she? She went to the doctors last week. She said, "I want to lose weight." He said, "Who heavy are you?" She said, 19 stone. He said, "What's the light you should be?" And she said, "Oh, £6 3 ounces." You can dance to a few of these if you want. But it's true, isn't it? Families are dying out now, aren't they? All the kids, isn't it? A shame there's not loads of kids on. Yeah, that's pretty unanimous, isn't it? I mean, I don't get it, mate, with some of the kids. Have you noticed now, when the guy's walking down the street with the underpants sticking up here? Have you seen it? Jeans down here, Calvin Klein. And he won't be doing that if he said Primark. And look at the schoolgirls now. Look at the way they dress. I mean, they don't even remember what Max wore. Why do they dress like him? Maybe not. That's if you remember Max Wall, and I don't. But it's true. I mean, I wasn't very clever either at school, mate. I tell you what, hands up, I was thick. What was that? Oh, you'll answer me now then. But it was them questions, no wonder we got them wrong, they were stupid. Where's Adrian's wall? I put round his house. What was Gandhi's first name? I put Goosey Goosey. Physics, what happens when the human body is immersed in water? I put the phone rings. And exams, I couldn't do exams, I hated them. Anybody else good at exams? Do you remember logarithms? Yeah. I couldn't spell it, never mind do them. I was sat in an exam once next to my best mate, Freddie Footpucker. We came out of the exam, the headmaster said, I want a word with you. I went, what? He said, you were cheating. I said, I was not. He said, you were cheating. I said, I wasn't. He said, he was sat next to Freddie. I said, so? He said, look at these exam papers. Question 1, what's the capital of France? He's put Paris, you've put Paris. I went, well? He said, question 2, what's the capital of Russia? He's put Moscow, you've put Moscow. I said, hardly conclusive. He said, question 3, what's the capital of Iceland? He's put don't know, and you put neither do I. I mean, did anybody ever take French at school? Yeah. Do you remember them stupid French phrases you used to teach you? Phrases where you were supposed to go to common market countries and correspond with people. Phrases like, my auntie's pen is in the garden. You'd use that a lot, wouldn't you? Yeah. Oh, what was the other one? I've got 3 blue balls. I went to a rugby international once, right, me and my best mate, and we went down the red light district. I didn't want to go. We're going down this alleyway and this fella came out of a doorway. He went, psst, 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 monsieur, monsieur, I can show you, I can show you. I can show you, monsieur, a place where you can get a pie and a woman for €8. My mate said, don't go, Barney. I said, why not? I said, there can't be much meat in them pies for €8. But we took the French on at rugby, right? Any French people in? No? We stuffed them! And we're going through the underground system at night. These French supporters sit on me and my mate, give us a right good kicking. 10 minutes later, the French police turn up. He ran over to me and went, oh, je faisais des perçois de terror. And he feels such a prat when all he can say is, my auntie's pen is in the garden. And he turned to me mate and said, what did he say, monsieur? I said, and he's got 3 blue balls. But our police are not the same, are they? Am I facing the right way? I mean, I remember when I was a kid, right, I got knocked down by a push bike. Up he came, Mr. Plod. He said, you know there's a zebra crossing up there, lad? I said, well, I hope he's having more luck than I am. He said, if you give us your name and address, I'll tell your mum and dad. I said, my mum and dad know my name and address. But they haven't got push bikes anymore, have they? Oh no, XJ6 Jaguars, Rover cars, BMW motorbikes. The latest thing they've got now where I live, camouflage. I'm coming out of Blackpool, me, last week, and there's this privet bush with headlamps. I got a bit further down the road, I looked in my wing mirror, and there was that little blue light flashing. It's one of nature's laxatives. All of a sudden, this privet bush pulled up at the side of me, and out gets this tree. Ugh. He walks over to my car, I wound my window down. I said, who the hell are you? He said, Special Branch. But don't they ask you stupid questions? Could I have your name, sir? I said, what am I going to use? He said, where were you between 4 and 6? I said, nursery school, you prat. He said, I've reason to believe you've been drinking. I said, thank God for that, I thought my steering had gone. He said, do you think you can walk along that white line? I said, of course I can. I set off, I went, oh. He said, excuse me sir, you're staggering. I said, you're not bad looking yourself actually. And you always try and get clever with them, don't you? Give me a ticket. I said, what's this, officer, a raffle? I said, well, sort of, lad, 3 of them, you get a bike. I said, what have you stopped me for? I said, would you like to get out of your car, sir? Proceed behind me in a northerly direction to the rear end of your vehicle. So I got out and I followed him. I said, there we are, sir. Your back light's out. I went, oh no. No. No, no, no. He said, it's only a backlight. I said, where's my caravan? Cheers. But you see, the problem now is, the reason that the kids who do lally now is the TV programmes they watch. Do you know that? It is on. Do you know the most popular programme for kids is now on telly? Neighbours, Australian Soap. Have you seen that? I mean, the only reason that's on twice a day is you can't believe it the first time. And they're not gifted with intelligence, them Are we any Australians in? They're not gifted with intelligence, them Australians. Only reason they put 4 X's on that can is because they can't spell lager. Man, you look at the programmes we watch. Have you seen them spaghetti westerns on Channel 4? Have you seen them? Hello? The gods don't match what they're saying. Yeah, gringo. Go for your gun. Go away. Do you know what my favourite programme is? Antiques Roadshow. Eh? Did you see that posh fella the other week with the buck teeth? He could eat chips with a tennis racket. He said to the expert, he said, I wonder if we could possibly help us. He said, we've had this in the loft for 65 years and we wondered what it was. He said, it's a water tank. But they're struggling for the programmes for the kids now. They're bringing Bill and Ben back. Hooray. What do you mean, hooray? It's only since I've got older I realised what was going on in that garden. I reckon every time that garden cleared off, Bill and Ben used to pinch a leaf off weed. They'd be giving it that. No wonder they were walking about going, oh, slabba, flabba, flabba. They were all in that potting shed, Bill, Ben, Little Weed, Frank Boff. And it's the music as well the kids listen to now. Do you like that rap with the silent C? No. Now come on, I can't go any slower. Because looking round, some of you, same age as me, went to school, same time as I did. 8:30, 8:45. We had proper singers then, didn't we? Boy George. Do you remember him? Do you really want to hurt me? I bet his dad did. Get that frock off. I mean, do you know what I remember most when I was a kid was when my mum used to tell me off. I used to think she was a ventriloquist. Honest, because she used to go, hey you! Stupid things she used to say to me. I'm going to kill you and then you're going straight to bed. Then she used to think I'd forgotten who she was. Who do you think I am? And will somebody tell me where Kingdom Come is? And they used to belt you on every word. Do you remember that? Don't ever do that again. Time used to pass really quick for me when I was a kid. She was always knocking me into the middle of next week. But you see, this is what I like about getting older. You can get your own back on your parents, right? I normally take my mum and dad out now for Sunday lunch. And I picked them up the other week, right? Mum and dad in the back of the car. We got about 4 miles down the road. My dad tapped me on the shoulder. He said, if you see a toilet, son, will you stop? This is the moment I'd waited for all my life. I stopped the car, I turned the engine off, I turned round and I went, you should have gone. Still, the kids are getting it now, so that's handy, isn't it? Because it doesn't matter if you're getting older, does it? I mean, the only thing I like... You mean yes? The only thing I don't like about getting older is people seem to talk to you slower. Have you noticed that? How are you feeling? Shut your face. And the thing, just because you're getting older, you lose your sense of humour. It's not true, is it? I mean, where would you be without a laugh, eh? Not here. But I was in America a while ago and I found a magazine, and in this magazine it was a dating agency for old age, you know, old age pensioners anyway, you lot recycled teenagers. But that these people could put an advert in to meet people of a similar ilk. And I thought these were really funny. These are true. I'm going to read them to you. Is that okay? Yes. Because I like them, even if you won't. All right, first one. Mint condition male, 1922 model. 5'4", used to be 5'6". Many new parts. Not in running order, but walks well. This is my favourite. 76-year-old woman. I can usually remember Monday through to Thursday. If you can remember Friday, Saturday and Sunday, let's get together. Because it's a fact of life when you get older, your memory does go a bit, doesn't it? But at least there's no repeats on TV. It is true, you do forget things, but at least there's no repeats on TV. I mean, my granddad lived till he was 98 years old. That's a good run, isn't it? I mean, in his latter years, we just call him Spider-Man because he couldn't get out of the bath. Some fell on stony ground. But he was always active. He used to stain floors. Didn't mean to. But I remember once it was their anniversary, my grandma came in, she went, "George, it's our anniversary." He said, "I know that, love." She said, "Shall we go upstairs and fool around?" He said, "I can't do both." And that's why you girls get a bungalow, innit? Because you see, ladies, I'm on your side tonight. I think you ladies have a genius. Do you know that? You do, honest. My mum was brilliant. My dad used to sleepwalk. She never woke him up. She just used to put the hoover in his hand. And I don't think it's fair because we always have a go at lady drivers. It's not fair, is it, girls? Mind you, my good lady backed the car out of the garage the other week. You might not think that's strange, but I backed it in the night before. But at least people seem to be keeping fit now. Are you in charge of your diet, ladies? I'm going to tell you something now, right? If you want to get fit now, forget jogging, forget swimming, forget pumping iron. There's only one place to go now for maximum exercise and fitness. Post office. Window number 5. Oh! Don't clap on your own, love, to throw your fish. Thanks, mate, cheers. But by the time you get there, it's shut. We're not making any progress, right? 2016, you go in a supermarket, you still can't get a trolley that goes straight. Yet when you go in the car park, there's a fella with 50 of them in a straight line. And these new supermarkets are springing up everywhere. Have you seen them? Hello? And they're great, it's all perfectly brand new. You go in, everything's brand spanking new. You spend 3 months getting used to where everything is, and then what do? Change it. And the food's not the same either, is it? I got some bacon from Morrison's the other week. It was that thin, it only had one side. And do you remember when you used to make a bacon butty and then you fry the egg in the fat? Do you remember that? There's enough water now to poach one. But I feel sorry for the kids now with all that rubbish they eat.